Welcome back, trainers. So I'm a little late on this one, but better late than never. So let's go ahead and discuss what the new Rocket Leaders actually do have regarding their Pokemon, as well as Giovanni here. So I'm not really excited about Giovanni anymore. It's amazing, and I'm happy we have it in the game, but I'm not as gun-ho as going out there and doing it as fast as I can, because we do have currently Raikou, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at these lineups. And after we take a look at this, we are going to be going up against all three of them using Pokemon under 1500 CP for their new lineup. So Arlo's going to have that shiny Mawile, Cliff is going to have the shiny Pinsir, and Sierra's going to have shiny Beldum. All right, so the easiest one is definitely going to be Beldum. I say second is going to be Pinsir, and then the most difficult one is going to be Mawile. This is actually using Pokemon under 1500 CP difficulty-wise. And then for Arlo, secondary Pokemon is going to be Charizard, Blastoise, or Steelix. And then for the third one, Dragonite, Scizor, or Salamence. And then for Cliff, it's going to be Marowak, Omnistar, or Electivire. And then for the third Pokemon on Cliff, that's going to possibly be Tyranitar, Swampert, or Torterra. And then going into Sierra, you have Exeggutor, which I have yet to see. I can't wait to find that one. And then Lapras, Sharpedo, you better look out for that one. Its attack is crazy, but at the same time, it is pretty glassy, as you're going to see here. I am actually going to be testing out Scrafty too, so that's going to be pretty fun. And then for Sierra's third Pokemon, you possibly have Alakazam, Houndoom, or Shiftry. And then for Giovanni, of course, you're going to have Persian. And then at that number 2 spot, Cloyster, Steelix, or Hippowdon. And then of course for the final one, you have Raikou for this month here. So pretty awesome stuff, I suppose. I really wish they gave us like a higher CP level when you do catch that Raikou from Giovanni. So you can expect Entei and then Suicune, of course, after that. And then these are going to be our new Shadow Pokemon. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these battles. But first, take a look at the Rocket Radar. It is broken. Not too sure what's going on over there, but it's actually not going to follow you as you move. You're going to have to keep backing out and then going back in to refresh it so you can see further on the map. Otherwise, it's just going to stay in that one spot. So going in with the Cliff, I'm going to be starting it off with the Venusaur so I can make that switch like we've always been over, so we can stop it once we do switch into the initial Pokemon we really want to use. We're going to go ahead and burn those shields here. So I'm having fun. Anytime they switch up these Pokemon, it's always a blast for me because I like to go out here and challenge myself using different Pokemon. And using the Scrafty was actually really fun as well. Yes, it is completely maxed out. I do have a secondary move, but you're basically going to be using it for counter and power a punch, right? And everybody get ready for that Ultra League because that is going to be happening later today, depending on when you're watching this. So we do go in here with the Venusaur, and that Omnistar is going to be 4 times weak to grass, so we're looking good here. It's going to be going down. I do believe it takes me out first, but that's okay. We're going to be able to go in here with our Dugong and farm a little bit of energy for what we do have in the back, and that is going to be a Torterra. So it is going to be extremely weak to ice, being ground and grass type. So lowering its attack is going to be okay, but you're going to see exactly what I do here. So I just take it down fairly low, and then I'm just going to go ahead and enter in with Charizard and finish it off with Blast Burn. So not that big of a deal. And if you're thinking to yourself, okay, these 1500 challenges are nice and all, but what Pokemon should I personally use? We'll kind of go off the same typing that I am for whatever moves I have, like, you know, the Charizard or the Dugong. Just use the Ice or a Fire type. Charizard works great nonetheless, or Moltres completely maxed out. You're going to be looking great there. As a matter of fact, I do believe going up against a Sierra, I only had to use fire types. I think it was a Sierra, or it might have been a Cliff. We'll see here in a second. So taking a look at the Beldum here, very easy to farm energy with your initial Pokemon because it really doesn't do much damage whatsoever. That little Beldum there, so pretty piece of cake for sure. So as you can see, I'm farming it down. I don't really need to worry about the quick moves. Usually you have to fear those from these Rocket Leaders because that CP is just so high up there. So I got a little greedy. I thought I can get to a Solar Beam. I was so close, but unfortunately not. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with Swampert. I'm not too sure. I think I made a miss-switch. This was a very sloppy one. I should have went in with Scrafty initially, or possibly I wanted to do this so I can get it so low that I'll be able to go into the next Pokemon because she does have a Houndoom, I do believe, and we'll be able to do super effective. Okay, yeah, that was my plan. So basically what I'm doing for these is I go in there with maxed out Pokemon first so I can see exactly what the lineup is, because going in there blind with 1500 CP and trying to guess what it's going to be after that is just a waste of time. All right, you know, so I just go in there, see what they have, and then pick my 1500 CP Pokemon accordingly. Swampert is always going to be putting in work, and the Scrafty is okay. It's kind of like a Lucario in a sense, except for it's going to be a little bit bulkier. All right, so it is actually going to be pretty good if you do decide to max one of those out, as well as going into the Ultra League for the Go Battle League. It is going to be able to just run over the Giratinas. So going into this next battle, we're going to be taking a look at the Mawile. So you better look out for Mawile. If it has Bite or Fire Punch or Fire Fang and Ice Fang, those things are going to be doing devastating damage. Now, Power Up Punch, you can let your ghosts just take it. So for instance, my Marowak, we'll be looking at that here. So the Sunny Castform is helping me out quite a bit. And is this the lineup that has all fire types? I think it is. Yes, it is. All right, so all fire Pokemon, let's go. Like I said, take a look at the team before I do enter in so I know exactly what to pick. So I'm just going to continue on here. This Sunny Castform was spam heaven. I was able to get off so many. Look, every single time I'm ready to switch, but I don't realize I have enough energy for another Weather Ball, so I just continue on. So we do make the switch into good old Pignite here. This is another fun one to use. I just have this one in the back reserve for the Ultra, or for the Great League whenever I need to use it for some cup down the road for the Siltharina. So we do have the Scizor out here, and that is going to be extremely weak to fire, and we're just going to put in work. It is going to be able to take us out here, but we have another fire in the back, so that's a piece of cake. So challenge you to do the same, guys, because you know, if you're gonna spend the money, you know, give yourself a challenge. If you're just shiny hunting, then you do what you got to do. But personally, for me, I'm not in this for the shinies. Those are extra. If I actually find one, that'd be just great. But I'm not out here trying to find one so I could say, oh my god, shiny video. But you know, if I do, then yeah, I'm going to be making a video like that, right? Anyways, going into the next one here, we have Sierra. So I'm going to go in with Venusaur. We're going to farm that energy. And I was quite surprised as to how long I was able to stay in here. I was like, okay, we'll farm a good amount here. And Alolan Marowak is going to be able to take care of this. You don't need to hit those bubbles, of course, for the first two shields because they're going to use them back to back. And at this point, we can just farm it down. And I do believe I don't even need to shield that struggle at all. We're resisting the normal and it does really no damage. So in comes that Lapras with Water Gun. So we need to look out, definitely. We can't get too comfortable doing our quick moves out here. We're going to have to get off our charge moves fairly quick and do a good amount of damage. But our Venusaur in the back, remember that. We gained so much energy at that point going up against the Beldum. We're able to just go in here and just back to back almost on those Frenzy Plants. Well, not really back to back, but, you know, get to another one fairly quick and had one ready to go here. And we're getting it pretty low. Now, I did something. I could have done a lot better to take that Lapras out quicker, but what I wanted to do was go in here with the Scrafty and actually showcase it a little bit here. Unfortunately, the Houndoom is going to have Fire Fang, and that is going to be doing a lot of damage. If it did have a Dark Quick move, we would be looking a lot better, but yeah, we just gotta have to make do. Every single Houndoom I ran into had Fire Fang, but as you can see, it is, you know, putting on work. And as opposed to, say, a Lucario in that position, there's no way it would have been able to take a couple of Fire Fangs because, for one, Lucario in the Great League CP is so low, it's very squishy, and it's squishy in general. So, yeah, Scrafty is actually going to be a great substitute if you're going to look to actually buy that secondary move for 50,000. Let's go ahead and take a look at another Sierra here. And we're going to be actually using Lucario and Scrafty. So let's go ahead and see the Beldum. It is a piece of cake, guys. Really, it is. So I'm actually trying to think of what kind of crazy challenges I can do. Just farming off of the Beldum and then just going and sweeping the other two Pokemon with a 1500 CP. It's going to be very difficult, and I've only done it one time. If you've seen my Lucario going up against Sierra with her last set of Pokemon that she did have before they cycled through. Yeah, I was able to do that with one Lucario, so maybe we can do that again with this set here, because the Sharpedo with Bite, we will be resisting it with the Lucario, and it is so squishy. Take a look here. We're just able to headbutt this thing into the ground, and we're going to get off that Power-Up Punch, which is basically doing as much as a counter. All right, in comes the Houndoom, and we're loaded on energy. And we're vamped up, so we've already powered up a couple of times here, so those counters are starting to add up, and we have another Fire Fang. Why can't I just get a Dark Quick move, please? So we do switch into Lucario here, just so we can spare Scrafty and not let it faint. I suppose, and take out that Houndoom with Lucario, and not even letting that Houndoom attack. Otherwise, it would have been one bite and done. Or should I say one Fire Fang and done. And we have no shiny. All right. That's okay. But these things, you know, with the Poffins, with the raids, and now I'm using the raid passes for Go Battle League. It's not too many, I suppose, you know, using a couple a day. But between everything, it's starting to accumulate. It's starting to add up. So I'm not out here vigorously chasing the Go Rocket leaders because $2 a pop, you know, they should be like $1, right? I mean, $2, really? Why? Why $2? I don't get it. I guess you're bypassing going and you know, collecting all of those components, which I don't do. I do not do. That takes too much time. If we had a bunch of Pokestops here, absolutely, but it's too barren for that. So, all right, let's go ahead and go in here with the Charizard. So we're looking like almost Team Red over here. All right, so we're going to shield this up. Although we could have definitely let that go through, but there's no need to let our Charizard's health get down any lower. So we could farm a little bit more with that Charizard. Retreat into the Venusaur, which has energy. So we can wear down this Blastoise tier with Water Gun. So a good thing we're resisting that with the Venusaur, the Water Gun. So we're able to get that Frenzy Plant. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get that third one there. I'm not even going to even hit the bubbles. So finally we have the Scizor again. Scizor, however you like to say it. And we're just going to Blast Burn that thing out of here. I just did one more. And we're not even going to hit the bubbles yet again. Just to flex on the computers. As I used to call them when I was little, the computers. All right, the bots. Or whatever. The AI. And we have no shiny. So if I wanted one, if I could pick one, I would want the Mawile for sure because I like Mawile. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Can't wait to showcase Scrafty in the Ultra League in the future. Should be good fun. So with that said, trainers, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.